When a seeker takes up the spiritual path, he often questions how to know what the divine will is for him to act upon. Sri Aurobindo gave us a clue in his book, The Synthesis of Yoga, when he indicated, quote, "He who chooses the infinite has been chosen by the infinite," end quote. We tend to live as if we are separated and isolated from the rest of the creation, and thus we believe the divine will does not work through and within us. Yet, if we shift our standpoint, we can see that we are constantly being moved by forces that we receive from the universal creation. If we focus our receptivity on the normal outer life of the body, life, and mind, we accept and move based on the forces that are active there. When we shift our focus to the spiritual quest, we become naturally receptive to the forces that provide us the opportunity for growth and development of consciousness. At this point, the fact that we have chosen the infinite implies that we are ready to grow in a new direction, and the forces at work encourage us to do that. Human willings are variable and constantly changing, fickle and unsteady. New ideas come, new forces press upon us, new circumstances arise, and we are off and running in a new direction. For someone to stick with one focus to follow the spiritual path thus implies that it is a greater will than the normal human will at work, and thus we can determine that we are indeed dedicated and acting under the impulsion of the divine will to achieve what may be possible for us in our lifetime under the circumstances of our birth, our destiny, our society, and the impulsion of the time spirit. The seeker who can do this finds that as the divine will works ever more powerfully within him, circumstances and events begin to align themselves to help achieve the object of his focus, as iron filings align in the presence of a magnet. Sri Aurobindo writes, quote, "You have only to remain quiet and firm in your following of the path and your will to go to the end. If you do that, circumstances will in the end be obliged to shape themselves to your will, because it will be the divine will in you. Remain fixed in the sunlight of the true consciousness, for only there is happiness and peace. They do not depend upon outside happenings, but on this alone." End quote. Reference, Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, Looking from Within, Chapter 1, Looking at Life and Circumstances, pages 29 to 30.